And off we go. Okay. Yeah, bring them all out, actually. Yeah. This left over from the B group. You guys have hats? Mojos? Dom Drew, next time in class, cookie time. Yeah. You have to wear a hat. Why? I don't need a hat. But why do you need a hat? Oh, yeah. Nothing worse than somebody sitting down in a restaurant eating and they go, that is really is something you never want to happen in your restaurant, right? So if do you have hats? Did they give you hats? Okay, yeah, so yeah, use them. And it's law, L-A-W, law, L-A-W. What's the Korean word? Law. L-A-W.
L-A-W. Naktak.
Naktak?
Law. Law.
Law, yeah.
Law.
Guisang. Guisang? Sanitation law. Not just rule, law. Yeah, I mean, it's law. It's not like, oh, good idea or anything like that. We have to wear them. You know, in classroom here, move, no problem, anything like that. Now, everybody has new, no, you got old knife, Carl. Old, O-L-D. This is new, right?
Yes.
This is brand new. Yeah, very brand. Don't sharpen it. Where do you put the stones? Stones? Oh. If you have a new knife, don't sharpen. You'll kill it. You'll kill it. That was an old knife? Yeah. Old knife? Yeah, take out an old knife. Old knife, new knife. Old knife, new knife. And you guys? New knives?
Old knife.
Old knife here. If you have a new knife, don't sharpen it. What kind of knives did they give you? They give you this knife or this knife?
A tornado.
What did they give you kit?
I got a tornado knife.
They gave you tornado knife. Yeah, tornado knives are good for what?
Make a shape.
For tornado. But they're not good for everything. We can tornado today because we got a lot of extra move. Even something like this. Hold the knife like this, and this is it. All right, tornado means to turn. Now, obviously, this is a weird shape. Say if I want to make a true tornado, I'd have to cut it here and work it around. Yeah, we can tornado today. Your A group did not have tornado knives. Get to that, like that, flip it over. We'll do this again, don't worry, this one's an ugly one, so. I want to talk about knives. Let me see a knife kit, a school knife kit. No, everything. What did they give you?
I got just like this time.
No, I just want to see.
Tornado is not powder.
Yeah, that's okay. And this knife?
This knife is double the change the left side.
like for Oriental cooking.
Yes.
This is the old one.
But this is on Friday. My Korean Hebrew teacher do this. They do.
You did that? Well,
No.
you did that.
This is my do that.
Yeah, okay. We'll talk about sharpening knives. First of all, tournay knives are good for tournay. Yeah, they're good for tournay, but not for everything else. This knife, paring knife, you can tournay too. You can tournay too with a paring knife, just as easy. So if you're going to buy a knife, really, my job, I never tournay. Maybe 2 places we tournay. Not common. Not a common knife cut. You can tournay just as easy with that. I'm doing this very quick. I'm just telling you, if you buy a knife, buy one of these. You can do much more work with that. Tournay only for tournay. Even this, like chopping. This you really can't chop with. So, off to the side. Did they give you one of these? You got one of these? No, a knife kit. School gift, a knife kit. Did you get one of these?
I have a desk.
No, but did school give you? No. I recommend everybody getting one of them. It's called a steel. Steel. Especially with a knife that this is an old knife. Right? You take it, it's all wrist action. Thumb behind guard and just drop. Sound, quiet, not just an even sound. If you're afraid, you can do it this way, or you can do it away like this. Do it like this. The idea is the same way. When you sharpen a knife, only you sharpen your knife. New knife, don't sharpen today, because you will not get it as sharp. New knives are very, very sharp. Other knives aren't. I mean, this will be sharp enough. But first, now some chefs use oil. Geet 'em, oil on there. Water's fine. How to sharpen a knife, it doesn't matter. There's many, many different ways of doing it. I've seen guys do it this way, this oriental way, like this. But make sure you go from heel to toe, heel to toe, heel to toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Try to keep the same angle. The key point is your knife you sharpen. Because if you give your knife to him, his angle a little different. Your angle a little different. It's never the same. So it's really one person. I always do it this way. This way I was taught. And then onto the steel. This I think was a school knife, like student left or something like that. I don't know where it came from. See the tip? The tip broken. Some like end of the year, students they throw out knives, so I pick them up. Let's see what we got. Sharp enough, right? Too sharp is a problem. I'm sure this is very, very sharp. That's really sharp. You can hear it. You hear the sound. It's very nice. Plus, too, you can look at the paper and you can see which way it curves. Because this, and this, how it reacts, it takes a knife and goes this, and you want to get it in the center. Like I say, that's machine centered. So if your knife is new, don't bother sharpening it. If you want to sharpen, that's not so good. But see, feel, you got your gloves on. You can feel his knife, one side, go like that, just this side, right? And then go this way.
Yeah.
Right? His knife is bent over this way.
Yeah.
Because he sharpened it too many times one way, or not on this. It sounds the same. Really get a steel. They're very, very handy. Yeah, I feel it. It's the same. All right? And I'm sure it's sharp. I'm sure it's sharp. Good enough. Try. Pass around. Okay. First of all, I held it out in front of me. You're kind of like down like this. Out in front of me. And it's really this dropping wrist action. That's nice sound. That's quiet. No, they really, new knives are very, very sharp. Look. Yeah, there you go. Good. Pass it on. So you're doing it like this. You got to be off at this angle. The video explained. The video.
What's the video?
Yeah, first week video explained a lot about this. I just, once again, talking and seeing is two different things. You can see this. Tourner means turn in French. The French word means turn, that's all it means. Small dice, medium, large, Paysan, Brunoise. I use Brunoise a lot in my cooking style. Brunoise is not chopped; it's small dice, and we'll do that. What we'll do with small, medium dice, Paysan, and of course Julienne. We're going to play around with Tournay, with your knives once again. What I want in this class now is you guys just get familiar with the knife, use the knife, be comfortable with the knife. So peel your move. I think you know how to do that, right? What you got? Yeah.
Auto brothers peel out.
Yeah, just peel your out. Mine clean. I'm already done. You should know how to clean a move, right? Right? Yeah, just take it. This is gonna cut it in half.
Can I use it?
Yes, please. Yes, please. Yeah, if you need, people, old knife, if you need to sharpen, please. New knife people, I suggest not to. See how this is cut? See how this is cut? No. Oh yeah, that's another point too. the Japanese peeler. In Western cooking, we don't do that. It's okay. To me, it doesn't matter. You guys, peel is peel. You know the idea. Look at it. Good peeler. That's okay. Once again, in my class, you guys can do no wrong. As long as you don't cut yourself or burn something, please just get comfortable. We'll let everybody catch up. You guys peel really well. Right? Look how little saregi he has. Wait for everybody to finish. Everybody catch up.
Yep.
Two points. Besides the sharpening stone, sharpening steel, you should have some kind of hand juice, okay, for cleaning, and other things like that. But an important point about wiping a knife is always the same way and one way. Pull it this way. Don't do this. Don't do this. Obviously, you can see a problem when you do this, because eventually you'll get yourself. If you do this, you'll get yourself. So just get in the habit of wiping one way all the time. Because you see people doing this kind of thing, and you will sooner or later get yourself. So always just pull away, never towards, and never like that. First one, what do you want to do? First one, cut it to like this size. Make it easy. So cut it in half. And then cut it in half again. Just to make it easier. You know, like I guess Sam Gupsel chips. You get the moo, the round moo, like Sam Gupsel chips. They're usually like wasabi, moo, Sam style, you know. Well, that's what I want you to do with the half. Using your fingers as a guide, Just shave it lightly. Try to get as thin as possible. Get 4 pieces out. Okay? The 4 should be fine. Cheese up. No, don't worry about it. This is the thing. In my class, I don't really care. I mean, and that I don't care. But this is in inches and things like that. I don't really look for that. I just look for. Look, stop. Oh no, that's thick. That's thick. Thin. Don't worry about it. But I want now, don't worry about making perfect. I don't want perfect. I just want you guys to get used to, because mine are not perfect. My thick here, thin here. So what? I'm not crying. I'm not gonna yell at you for that either. Doesn't have to be perfect. Right? Shingle them out like this.
Yes.
Right? And just using a rocking motion, with your hands as a guide, just cut. Well, just knife practice. Just knife practice. I want everybody to just get used to using knife. Just do like 3 or 4 pieces. I just cut 3 pieces. Oh, we have plenty more. Don't worry. So this is rough cut julienne. There's some bigger than smaller, anything other like that. Sometimes you use that. Let's cut some nice ones. Same thing, but take them and say like this, it's a little easier. I think at least. Oh, that's too thin. There we go, that's a good one. No, it's not. Get 3 good pieces. Off to that, right. I gotta get my glasses checked. So mine, once again, mine came out a little fat on one side. So I'm just shaving it down a little. That's fine. You could cut this down a little. to make perfect julienne. Once again, last time I really don't care about perfect. You know, but that's. Yeah, just 3 pieces, just 3 nice ones. It moves like these. Yeah, like I said, not perfect, just nice. Just 3 pieces, just 3. So the chef says, I want perfect julienne, maybe for a presentation, show food, or anything like that. Really what you would do is put it on a slicing machine. We used to have one up here too, a meat slicer, make it perfect. But we don't have one. So what you do, that's an awful fat one. Line them up, square them off, right till you have a square. Then carefully cut your julienne. Okay, now depending on recipe, something like this, if we're going to do stir-fry vegetables, rough style julienne, perfectly fine, at least in my kitchen. If you're going to have a lot of yache, you're going to saute it off, this is perfectly fine. If the chef says he wants fine julienne, maybe for garnish or anything like that, that way once again. So once again, to cut this way is half the time as this, plus half the waste. When you square off, a lot of this goes in the sereggiton. So take your fine julienne, you actually keep some rough. Take a little fine, just for purposes. What we're going to do is take the fine julienne and make it into brunoise. So it's not chopping. Brunoise is not chopping. So line it up. And cut squares. When you get to the end, you can't really cut that nice. Brunoise makes a very nice garnish. It makes a very nice, especially like you piement, tangun, things like that. It's very, very pretty. Okay, next one's gonna be large dice. Now, once again, there are measurements here. 3/4 of an inch. Basically this wide. Everybody's thumb different. You can see your thumb. Big thumb. They're the same size. Really pretty much so. See your thumb. But what's important with me is the same size. So your large dice will be, I would be similar. Yours could be a little smaller, but what it is all the same. Now, Moo's not the best one for it, but get a piece like this. Use your thumb as a guide. Ooh. About there. Cut mine off at an angle. Now, it's going to be hard to, I really cut mine at a really weird angle, that's for sure. You're going to have to square it off. And then once you get the thumb width, large dice we don't really use that much in Western cooking. This was going to be an odd shape. I'll put that one on the side. Soups and stews. That's about it, not that much. As long as this is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine, because you never get, you waste too much of that. Take out three of your large dice, take out the 3 big ones. I'm sure you have some that are, like this one, you can see this one's a weird shape, right? This one was because of the move there, like that. So take out just 3 of them. And what you're going to do is cut paysan. Paysan means Paris style. It's flat dice, used a lot in soups. We'll use it when we do soups. We'll use paysan. The big difference between Korean soup and Western soup is in Korean soup, it's okay, like a shiregi goop, shiregi. You know, the mu ip. Western food, all soup garnishes should fit on spoon. Should not really hang, a little maybe, but not a lot. So paysan is a good one. So get a large dice and just cut into a flat dice. Too thin. Too thin, yeah. Don't cut Paysan's too thin, because once again, it's a soup garnish. And if it's too thin, it'll get too floppy. So let me see if this is a good thickness. I guess like O'Bagan size. Too thin, any of this too thin, except for julienne, would not be the best. I'm trying to figure out how to cut tournaise out of this. Maybe like that? Let me see. I never tourné mou before. First time. That's okay, like the offie, but cut 3 big pieces like this. So what I did was just cut. This one I probably get 2 out of. Potatoes much easier to tourné, that's for sure. Cut 3 like this. There's plenty of mou here. Plenty of mou, don't worry about it. Right, so cut these 3 monster pieces. They don't have to be perfect. You can do tourné. So cut 3 like this. Big size. Yeah, I know, it's difficult. Need a big piece. Now that's gonna be too small too. Yeah, it's big piece. No, that's not. Big is good. Take out your tourné knife. You have a tournée knife? No? Who does not have tournée knife? Yeah, you do. Everybody else does. Why don't you come over here? You can use this when I'm done. When I show, you can use. Okay, tournée. Once again, tournée is pretty advanced. It's pretty high cooking. I only do this in French cooking, and as commercial chef, a commercial cook, rarely do you see it done. Maybe 3 or 4 times for banquets or catering. People want that. It's not very popular today. But anyway, you take the knife, you hold it like this, like this, like this, and then you tournée. That's the idea, right? So you have the pieces that are squared off. Make it square. Hold like that. You got, usually, well, we don't have a potato. Usually potatoes and carrots. Carrots are hard to cut, but shaped round. Mou is, this is new for me. I never did this before, but it should be the same idea. So what you're gonna do is cut off these corners first. So you start at top, go into the center there, and then back down in. Cut off the base, cut off the corner, cut in, cut back again. Cut in, cut off center, cut back again. And basically you're going to do that all the way around. So you can see now it's starting to take a more of a rounded shape. You're going to take, once again, the corner, more, here more. Don't try to take off one shot because it never really works out quite well. Now get this end up and then down. This end rounded, round again. Now you can see it's starting to get into a rounded shape. I have this flat end because that was one of these ends. That's going to be a little difficult to round out, but take it after 2 or 3 turns this way, flip it over, and then round it again. And you'll see all of a sudden it start getting very, very normal shape, very tournée shape. Really just one more cut on this side, well, trim and trim, and that'll be fine. If you produce a tournée like this, that's perfectly fine. What I want you to do is, this has what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, usually 5 or 7 sides, but I don't care. Key point, no point, no point. Because when cooking, if you have a point, they break, especially gomcha. What I'm looking for is same size, okay? I will use this. A little harder, but. Don't forget, halfway through, flip over. Halfway through, flip over. That makes life easier. now it's a little round. You know, you want the more of like a rugby ball shape. But once again, fine. What I want is 3 same size. Is what I really want. This one's going to have a flat end. I have this really problem here. This flat end. That's okay too. You know what I mean? I'm not looking for perfect. Never am. Oh, do you guys have a class after this?
No.
Oh, it's a French class. The French cooking class has a class after this, which is not fun. When you get your 3 tournays done, take a 10-minute break. Go get coffee or whatever. Break time. You look at mine. They're not once again not perfect shape. That's for sure. I'm not very good at it, to be honest with you. But what it is, it's the even cooking time, and that's the point. Nice job, chef. Yeah, the tornadoes are very, very nice. Those are very, very nice. This is shield sub class. We got a lot of moo. I want you guys just to practice cutting anything. Just make julienne, make whatever, just go crazy. While that's going on, first of all, when we meet next time, everybody's gonna get a chicken. Everybody gets their own chicken. Wow, they're big chickens, yeah. Do you wash chicken?
Yeah.
Not anymore. Yeah, when I was your age, we always washed chicken. But if you wash chicken, you're gonna get water everywhere. And bacteria water. So you just let them drip dry and take it. Once again, when we're in class, everybody's gonna make chicken stock. Right? So everybody's gonna get their one chicken. We're gonna use the breast for sandwiches, legs for soup, and the kumul for stock. So what you do, say goodbye. Goodbye. Take it down like this. Right, you got the center part here and the leg parts here. Just lightly cut the skin here. And just break this apart. Just get it out of your way. Here you're going to feel a bone. It's right in the center there. So you cut up, cut down. Take the tip of the knife, tip out, put your thumb in there, cut up, cut down, and cut right to this point. Right down to there, and then cut up, and cut the skin, basically. One breast, up, down, tip it out. And you can do it too, is let the weight hold it up a bit, you hold it up a little, let it fall down. Cut to this point, the shoulder point, cut through. Take the legs, break, turn upside down. You see a bulge, little lump there. Cut towards that and then down. Same thing on here, towards it and then down. Wings, take off. This is great for, those are great for stock. Second joint, cut. Second joint, cut. If you notice, I'm not cracking bone. I'm just cutting right at joint, at joint. What would you do with these?
Stock.
Yeah, we will probably use for stock, but if you had a restaurant, hotel, what would you do with it?
To cook bread.
Anju. Buffalo wings, right? We'll make buffalo wings. So then next time we're together, we cut off the wing. Everybody save all their wings, we'll make some buffalo wings and eat them. You like buffalo wings? Of course you do. Take your, see, if you notice, there's very little gogi on here. You take it this way and you split it down. You break the bones there and you pull it apart. What you look for is this. This is pretty clean. But you get this a gong in there. You have to rinse that out. This is why you don't rinse chicken. Right? Look at all the water. So you just drip it all through kitchen. So once again, we're cutting the chicken. We're going to do it here and you rinse it down there. Take it, cut it that way, and then cut through. For today, stock. Take the legs, and you pull the legs apart like this. You can see this like little Giedam line on there. So just take, pop them down like that, and cut right about it there. Then cut right in half. Right? No cracking the bones or anything. Take the skin off. Easier said than done. Take the skin off. Wow. Cut off any extra fat. What do you do with the skin? Stock?
No.
trash. You know, there's too much ghee in it. Some chefs, once again, some chefs use it, though. Once again, the chef says, use it, go ahead. Take off any of this extra ghee. And chicken legs, they're not round, they are flat. So outside, inside down, take the knife, I'm using my fingers just to spread it apart, cut down to the bone. Just be careful once again. Flip it over, cut down to the bone, both sides. Then you can get your thumb on, in there and just pull it apart. Scrape down. The stockpile. Check for bones or this like little gedum area. A little's on there, that's fine. So we're going to have that. Flatten it out, left, kind of get underneath it, right, get right underneath there, put your thumb through, pull it out. Now what I got here is a little piece of bone. Okay. So something like this, not a big thing per se, but if we're gonna make like a sandwich, chicken sandwich, bite into it, not a good feeling. So once again, make sure it's pretty clean. Don't go too crazy about the gedum. Now the leg's a little more difficult. This is called the leg, this is called the thigh. Thigh has its own name. Just pulling down the skin here. Cut in a circle. Once again, it's not really round, it's kind of flatness to it. So take, and like we did the last one, just cut down the center. Get your thumb underneath there. Scrape down. This part here you got to kind of cut off. You got to use the knife and just saw through. Doesn't come off easy. Check for bones. So you got the thigh. Little gogi on there, that happens. So how do you make chicken stock? Step one, what? Rinse the bones. Yeah, even though we know that this is clean, I just took this out of the refrigerator. A lot of places, this will sit maybe 2, 3, even up to 4 days in the refrigerator that they sit there. So you got to rinse them off. Here's a little bone here. Rinse the bones, then what?
Take a hit.
Combine it with water. This stuff you can put into stock. Right, mix it with water, bring it to a boil. Number 3, bring it to a boil, kill the bacteria. After that, what?
Put the chicken's bone and boil 3 hours, simmer 3 hours.
Simmer is the key word. Simmer is a real key word. If you boil it, you're going to make samgyetang, and we don't want to make samgyetang. Okay? Next.
Next is put the meatball and spices and simmer 1 hour.
Okay, put the mirepoix on the sachet of spice, simmer 1 hour. Oh, skimming. You left skimming. Right, as it's cooking, you see all the ghetum come up. You take that all off. After skimming,
After skimming, strain the soup.
no, you skim and then you cook 1 hour with the mirepoix sachet of spice. Sachet of spice is what? Garlic, crushed, tong huchu, bay leaf, thyme, julgis, and parsley julgi. Julgi stem. Parsley stem and thyme sprig. Once again, we'll go over this again next when we do it, but I want you guys to start thinking about it. That's for sure. After that, 1 hour at a simmer. Then
Strain and
strain and cool.
grind.
Roast chicken. Take the wings, fold them underneath. I ordered this for you guys for a snack. You like Tabasco? Yes?
Yeah.
While the chicken's cooking, I want you guys to practice your knife cuts. Julienne, dice, Grenoise, Tournay. Well, that's cooking. How long will this take to cook? Guess? About 25 minutes. You open up. Open up. Okay, any questions? Any questions? You hungry? Did you guys eat, by the way?
Yeah.
I know you did. Did you guys eat? Yes, no, maybe? Maybe. Really, in any cooking classes, even if, like when we're together, we're going to make crepes, we're going to make baked eggs, we're going to have food to eat, but it probably won't be until 11 o'clock or 12. So breakfast is a good idea, okay? Always clean the edges, so they get black. And into the oven we go. Now, chop, chop, chop. We got a lot of move. Cut it up. We don't need it anymore. Right? Yeah, no, the AB class done. French, my next class is French cooking. I'm not going to need any move. So, once again, shilsa, practice, okay? take a break, cut, we've got 20 minutes or so, but I want you guys, I want to see some chopping. Okay, I really do. I know you guys are like, oh, I don't want any more, but you do it. There's a bunch of it over there. They got a ton of it over there. Move everywhere. Okay, the boys are chopping, boys and girls are chopping up. Just say goodbye, guys. I'm gonna say, did a real good job, you guys. You did a very good job. And I'll see you guys next week.